I'm here to check that
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then of course, I don't get involved in that.
what is critic?
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
What is critic?
Here.
I'm here to check that
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then of course, I don't get involved in that.
what is critic?
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
What is critic?
Here.
I'm here to check that
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then of course, I don't get involved in that.
what is critic?
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
What is critic?
Here.
I'm here to check that
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then of course, I don't get involved in that.
what is critic?
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
What is critic?
Here.
I'm here to check that
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then of course, I don't get involved in that.
what is critic?
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
What is critic?
Here.
I'm here to check that
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then of course, I don't get involved in that.
what is critic?
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
What Good morning, Mr. Critic.
Here.
I'm here to check that
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me,
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing their investigation. Some aspect is coming back, fired, and that is a process. I don't get involved with that.
good morning, Mr. Critic.
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, guys. A great morning to all of those tuned into the realest thing in the world coming to you from Guyana. So I've just made aware, and that's why we took so long to come on. I was just made aware that there's something on News Source about the pump station. The first day after, or the second day after Parliament, of which there's no opposition leaders yet, parliamentarians started to peruse audited reports, public information, and I can't imagine how they get it surround, because the pump station contract was never rescinded from Tupui Group, so I'm concerned, and I don't have no money for the fucking government. Can't get more plain than that. Now, we got a lot of things. This morning's discussion surround, I didn't realize me story would be the biggest story in the morning program. I realized social media I want to talk about this morning. And there's a difference between being aware and being woke. The woke movement is the masses of dumb motherfuckers who assume they know that don't know. From my research, the people on social media are the largest group of ill-informed people in the world. From my research, the people on social media are the largest group of ill-informed people in the world. Not the nomadic tribes in the Amazon. They're not the most informed people. They are as informed as they need to be. They know for hunt for themselves, they know for plant for themselves, and they have sustained themselves for millions of years, thousands of years. There's only evidence of human beings or Homo sapiens and related beings roaming the earth for tops hundreds of thousands of years. And that might be because the evidence just does not exist anymore. I say it again. The most ill-informed people in the world today, the woke movement, was birthed out of social media. Ignorance and madness presenting itself as knowledge. The most uninformed people, the world has 8 billion people, estimated 8 billion people. We have social platforms like Facebook. Facebook has 2.8 billion people following. And most of the time it crisscrosses. So you have people who follow Facebook would be following TikTok, and some people prefer more, but people are all over the place. The most uninformed people in the world of 8 billion people are those on social media. Because most of the information that you get is not purposeful to you. You're guided by algorithms. You have lost the sense of smell, taste, and touch. Because you eat, drink. Even sex for men now. Masturbation is on the internet. I'm sitting down. I was in the court. So let me give you the premise for my argument. I was in the court. Had a touching experience. Came out lunchtime, break time, we could share that with the world. And then I said, now it is my turn, I'm going back to the court. Nothing else. You got people in the comments saying, oh, you're trying to get pity. In that court case, it was an accident. I was the complainant. I didn't have to worry about anything. I just came out and gave my views based on what I saw in the Diamond Magistrates Court and thought was worth talking about to give people confidence that the system does work, and I witnessed it. Although in recent times, we were very down because we weren't sure what is going on. Now imagine I presented the facts, and under the facts, in the comments, people misunderstood. So I tell you again, I state it again, the most ill-informed people are those on social media, not necessarily as a result of misinformation. And this is where interpretation come in. Because social media and the internet has all the information. It has the fact and it has the fiction. It has the truth and it has the lies. It is you who have to decide it. It is you who have to make the decision what information works for you. Are you a better person as a result of being informed or being bombarded by information on social media? I say social media because it's not about the internet anymore. You ask people how much time they spend on Google searching for something and how much time they spend on a Facebook app, they spend more time on a Facebook app, 95% of the time. Nobody goes to Wikipedia that uploads and solid information. You could get access to the encyclopedia. You could get Encyclopedia Britannica. You could get access to the Oxford Dictionary. You could get access to medical papers. Most of the information that exists in the world, or a lot of the information that exists in the world that could help you, is on the internet. And you don't be looking for that. You be looking on social media for information that people spoon feeding you. Like you want a motto. You want to be spoon fed. Somebody's telling you this. Somebody's telling you that. The most ill-informed people today, and that is where the woke movement came out of, the belief that they knew. But the woke movement have to start calling themselves the just woke up movement. When you wake up, it's shibidi. Dumb as fuck. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing the matter where no case submission has been thrown out. People are all over there, oh God, like the bike can get off. My brothers and sisters, today, the information that is being disseminated in our parts of the world is disseminated in English. If you don't know English fucking language, you're fucked. So you get the information, but you don't know where you're getting. Some of you might be confused. The reason the scrapers don't listen to me, as much as I could be very vocal, vulgar and all, with an intent to reach a certain level of people. Even certain levels I am not willing to go beyond. And you would listen to me and say, and they're listening to me. But do they understand beyond? Because you go so by me not go so. Me not go so. Do people understand when I say, do you think everybody understands? And you will have people who will not question. Like continually when I'm writing articles, I got to be looking for words in Google. Their specific spelling and the definition to make sure I'm using it correctly. Do you think the Americans, do you think all Americans are more civilized than the nomadic people in the Amazon jungle? Let's ask a simple question. Do you think all Americans, we're talking about Americans, we're talking about white and black, out of 300 something million people, 260 something million is white and 40 million is black. Do you think Americans, in their understanding, living in America, are more civilized than the nomadic people of Brazil, Venezuela, and Colombian Amazon jungles? Do you think? Well, I can inform you, they're not. Those people have been feeding and taking care of themselves, and people in the cities of America can't take care of, they're living on fucking food stamp. A great number, not all Americans, a great number of them. There are more people who have lost their way on the streets of America there are more people who have lost their way. How can you fucking be lost on a street where you can ask somebody for direction? There are more people lost on the streets of America. There are more children kidnapped and missing in America than in the Amazon jungles where there are no directions. Put down your pipe and smoke it. You ever tell you? If you were to be missing in the Amazon jungle as a result of you would have been in the river or trekking in the jungle, you most likely would have been attacked by a jaguar or an anaconda if you were a little person, a child. An adult most likely would have been bitten by a snake. Some harm would have had to come to you. In America, you could become lost on the street as a result of your own doing. You could become lost in the streets that had buildings, that had signs, with traffic lights at corners, and directions as where to go. In America, your hand is being held everywhere you go, and people become lost in that environment. People who consider themselves to be civilized human beings take things and put into their mouth and into their noses and into their bloodstreams that fuck them up themselves. So I tell you, in this day and age, the most ill-informed people are those who are on social media. Not to say they have been misinformed, but they are ill-informed. Because all the information is there. When given information, what happens on social media? It's like a pecking order. People look for what they want to hear. That being said, I lay my argument for today's discussion. Justice. Every Guyanese wants justice. Oh, we want justice. This happened to us. We want justice. What does justice mean? What Guyanese really want is if somebody for them were to die, the other person should die too, who caused the death. No, that is not what justice or how justice works. Justice, the real word, justice, is misused in Guyana. And comes, I would want to think, from the fact that we look to the judicial system to get justice. But what really you're asking for or should expect is fairness. Because when you look to the judicial system, you expect fairness. That is all you can expect. What does justice mean? We should look at that. The meaning of justice itself, the justice that everybody asks for, I myself can't tell you because I didn't look it up. Justice meaning. So what justice means? Justice is the principle of fairness, which means treating people equally and giving them what they deserve. Giving them what they deserve. It can also refer to administration of law and the legal system that determines rightfulness and lawful action in a broader sense. It's about moral rightness and equality of being fair. Righteousness and the quality of being fair. Right? Fairness and equality, moral rightness, legal administration, accountability. Now that being said, I came across this video.
And the magistrate just see to her. Who can see to me?
I came across this video of a mother, or the mother of the young man that was hit down. This is the video of the mother of the young man that was recently the school boy who was hit down and lost his life. It is unfortunate that the young man who was going to take in his education lost his life. Because something else was lost here. People can't handle it, they don't like the truth. Something else was lost here. The one thing that could have taken this family out of mental poverty is that young man elevating himself. It is evident that this mother is not aptly equipped to understand the world she lives in and how it works. Now, people get emotional. You can't vex with the mother for becoming emotional. But she's totally unaware of the system that she's a part of. The system that she is a part of. I want you to listen to this first, then I will tell you. It is sad that she had to experience this.
School and the magistrate to see to her. Who gonna see to me? Who gonna see to me? I lost my son. She will go home and see hers, but I cannot go home and see mine. How is it fair? Tell me how is it fair?
What you expected? What did you?
I was expecting her to go on jail. Let she go to jail. She does not deserve to come out here. Hit the child on the pedestrian crossing. My son was on the pedestrian crossing. He wasn't wrong. Then these police, these so-called police, send $500,000 bill. Yeah, come now. Why you going and high five?
Now, what was the real injustice here? The real injustice here is that this mother had lost the only opportunity she had. That is the real injustice, not a loss of life, but the only opportunity she had to their family name becoming something through her son's education. If he had lived and this had not happened, they might have been able to progress to something else. Because as much as this mother is expressing her emotions, and through that a heightened level of ignorance of the law, total ignorance she's talking. When you ask for justice in a matter like this, that's how it works. Now, what nobody paid attention to, the police officer, I said it, in my opinion, was reckless. But this is a police officer. How many cases of domestic violence you think that police officer might have saved people's lives? How many matters similar to this the police officer might have participated in investigating and bringing justice to others? She wanted a lady to go to jail for a bailable offense. This is a police officer. And as much as it is as a result of a recklessness that caused the death of this woman's son, unfortunately. This is how the system works. You're fortunate. There are some people waited 3 months, 4 months to see somebody get charged for the picking knocked down. Within days, a police officer was charged for the death of your son. And yes, bail go from $200,000 to $2.5 million. It is not uncommon. You don't decide these things. The magistrate, what do you believe she decides it on? You call it pre-trial liberty. What is the real injustice here is that that young man has lost his life, and this family has lost the only hope they had of coming out of mental poverty. That's all that was lost here. That's the genuine issue here. Because you got a mother, this look like your mother. The mother seemed not to know. The daughter not know. And the hope of the family has died. The police officer come out intentionally for kill you, so reckless in the manner. Watch. This is the police officer. And I said she should be charged. This is the policewoman. She was charged and placed before the court. Well, placed before the court and charged. And is on bail. But justice for people, all they do is be on fucking social media. They mean, if me pick me dead, you must dead too. The court has a little more common sense than Facebook and TikTok followers. It doesn't work like that. You are seeing justice taking its course. Hello, good morning. You are seeing the process of justice, as much as it's not a timely one, or as timely as you would hope for it to be. It keeps going, it's ticking, the clock is ticking. The first process is charge. What those charges were, you put a report in it? Let me see what the charges were for this. So listen to this, the police report. Woman, police corporal charged following fatal accident at Success Public Road. Yonala Kamabaj, 35, a police corporal of Eastville Housing Scheme, Annandale, East Coast, Demerara, has been charged in connection with fatal accident that occurred on Thursday, October the 3rd, the 30th, 2025, about 7:30 hours in Success Public Road. The accident involved motor car PAB 214 driven by Corporal Kamabaj and pedestrian Navindra Meshes, M-A-H-E, Mehes, a 15-year-old male of Leary Souvenir, East Coast, Demerara, who was pronounced dead following the incident. On Tuesday, just maybe 5 days after, so justice is, as what is expected, is happening speedily here. Right? Corporal Kamabaj appeared before Magistrate Abigail Gibbs at the Sparnam Magistrate Court, where a charge of causing death by dangerous driving, contrary to Section 35(1) of the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, Chapter 5102, was read to her. She was not required to plead to the charge and was granted bail in the sum of $500,000. The matter was adjourned to January the 6th, 2026. As part of the bail condition, Corporal Kamabaj is required to lodge her passport with the court and report to the police on the first Monday of every month. That is how it works for everyone. Nothing special was offered to Corporal Kamabaj, and nothing special was given by magistrate. But everybody comes out here and what does justice look like? If the a magistrate wanted and she was up in her feelings, there is a limit as to what she can do. Now, yes, you have lost. So what should we do? Every time one side loses, we just take out both side family? This boy would have been the breadwinner for this family, this mother and son. He gone. What you gonna do? You gonna live yourself and just done, forget about life and life done? It is hard. And that is life. Everybody who goes out on the road except who'd up on drugs is aware that when you go out on the road of the dangers, people don't come back sometimes. That's just the way of the world. We got insurance policies we try to have to compensate people to some extent, to save people, but the pain and anguish in your heart for the loss of your loved one sometimes is never quenched. Some people find ways and means of dealing with it. I know a woman that lost her son. Yeah, me tell you what she lose. Let me tell you a story about loss. She gave birth to a son that wasn't perfect. And she mind you and feed you and take care of you. And his condition got worse. And she still took care of him. He couldn't move, he was bedridden. Then he died. It is my opinion that she should find peace because he's at a better place and he was suffering. You know, she hasn't recovered from. He died in bed. She took care of him. She gave him everything. She was supposed to be able to vindicate herself of any shortcomings in doing. She's a mother who had this one son who she gave so much to. She did everything she could have done. Today she is sick. Always something, head hotting and that kind of thing. And I can tell you it's directly related to stress. About the loss of her son. Nobody in Nakidong, nobody in Kili. It's just an unfortunate situation. She has not found it in her heart as yet to forgive herself. And she did nothing wrong. Human beings act in strange ways. She did nothing wrong. She was just dealt an unfair hand. So this here comes under the act and the discussion of the most ill-informed people are the ones on social media. Because what the mother is saying, as I register her concern, I feel her concern. What she's saying and expecting from the law is ignorance. She does not know. The law doesn't work that way. She's getting more justice than 95% of the people in this country. Because a lot of people are waiting for somebody to be charged. What people wait for the investigation. In 5 days, a police officer was charged. And I show you again to tell you, as much this is sad, this is not. This is what you should not expect. Because it is touching. But laws ain't touchy and feely. Laws are to be guided by. And I want to tell you, If not for the unfortunate incident of her son, and he grew and he went to university and he's bought his car and he had knocked down a police officer, she would have expected the same for him to get bail. Unfortunately, it is not that way. But again, as a reminder, this is not what to expect.
And the magistrate to see to her? Who gonna see to me? Who gonna see to me? I lost my son. She will go home and see hers, but I cannot go home and see mine. How is it fair? Tell me, how is it fair?
Were you expecting? What did we?
I was expecting her to go on jail. Let she go to jail. She does not deserve to come out here. Hit the child on the pedestrian crossing. My son was on the pedestrian crossing. He wasn't wrong. Then these police, these so-called police, saying $500,000 bill. Yeah, come now. Why you going and hide fight?
This here is the premise for my discussion this morning about people not knowing, and the most ill-informed people are those on social media. Because wherever she got her information from, the judicial system did nothing wrong. Again, like Magistrate Judy Latchman giving bail to the Mohammeds. And Mohammed coming and says something. I never said she did anything wrong. I said what she did was concerning. How she's normally a hardline person. But I was also not in the court to decipher what's going on, because me could understand what's going on in the court. I was in this court though. Here was the funny thing. I was in the court for this matter. Y'all know this matter? Kenesha Vega, the girl that was seen in the video attacking her husband with a knife and then he drew a gun and shot her. Now, I was in the court, and I think there's one of the problems with the court. It might even get worse, because if you have an ignorant set of fucking people, just like social media, you give them all the information, and they come up with their own thing. Everybody coming up with their own thing. What they think it should be. No, like I said. So if you see something a certain way, you could go now and look at the laws of Guyana. Like with this thing with mommy crying for remand and this and that. Did the magistrate do anything wrong? The magistrate has the ability to bail from a certain amount to a certain amount and also place an individual in remand. So that police officer would have most likely got remand. You see, you place somebody in remand and people don't pay attention. It is a purpose for remand. As much as remand is used in many cases to send a message, there's a purpose. There are only 2 offenses that are not bailable, and or in only special circumstances. There are only 2 offenses: murder and treason. Everything else is bailable. But in a lot of cases, precedences are set. The law is flexible. And at times the law could be an ass. Because one asks oneself, why did the law decide to use this course of action? But what people don't do, they read this story. This is what's going on. Kenesha Vega murder case. Magistrate throws out no case submission by defense. And people are like, where the man get off? So, the young man who was seen shooting his wife, in this case, is the defendant. The representative of his wife is the state. When somebody dies, nobody cares about the living man. He gets in charge, and so the care and concern immediately of the state is the person who lost their life. Somebody saying this case doesn't have nothing. No, I don't have issues with the cases. I have issues with the ignorance of the populace who don't understand how the laws work and how they're misguided and ill-informed. That is the discussion this morning. This person is Venula, wherever the fuck your name is. Charter Venezuela something. Same thing I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You have people on social media, the dumbest motherfuckers in the world. Let me simplify it. The dumbest motherfuckers in the world are those on social media. Not as a result of they being misinformed, but as a result, God in heaven knows how they became ill-informed. Because what does no case submission mean? Who is the defense in this case? Two things you gotta ask in this header. People say, oh God, this by get off. And if you having a discussion, if the by get, you think of this whole story, the bottom ever read, man? You gotta read the fucking story. But we become a society, picture boy and picture girl. It's picture by picture. Every fucking day you see a picture and trying to translate. It's always been said a picture tells 1,000 words. Which fucking 1,000 words you choosing? Huh? Which of the 1,000 words you think actually is the truth that you decide to choose? Out of the 1,000 words that this picture tells us. I sat in the magistrate's court while the magistrate went to nauseam to explain. Here was the funny thing. I come out. Let me get it for y'all. I can't make up these things. And I can't speak for the world, but Guyanese people, they're on a different fucking level of ignorance. You understand? A different level. Watch this video.
Hey guys, good afternoon. This is a quick check-in. The reason I'm doing this video,
What the hell do I get this to open? All right.
as a result of the decision made.
Listen to this. No, I want you to, so this decision with the Vega girl was made, and I come out and I tell the decision wasn't completed. The magistrate had to still give his findings in writing. He said he would have given it documented. So I'm there, I'm listening. And when you're listening, an individual in public, that's why you have to get an attorney at law. With law, so let me tell you how the law works for the simple man to understand. Let me help you all to understand how the law works. And people is want to know how people get off something and why you got to take a lawyer. So you got a matter. And the matter was filed in a court. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic. Her name is pronounced as Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Yeah, Kenesha Vaughn.
Kenesha Vaughn. Okay. Roger. Kenesha Vaughn. Forgive me. Remember, he's not the English professor. So let me tell you all how the court works. Here, laugh. Procedure takes precedence in court. Procedure. cases. Let me simply rent. Rent. Somebody wants you out of the place. You want a tenant out of your place. You send them a notice to quit. Then you make an application to the court, summons them to court. If you don't make a notice to them that, well, here, you don't want no further thing with them, I want back my place, and then move to the court, you move to the court. When the magistrate asks you, so you give them notice, the case could be dismissed based on the ground. Process in the court. When you're supposed to, like the $52 million that the Mohammeds win me, the case wasn't tried. Judge Niles doesn't try the case. When they give you an order to appear before a high court and tell you that if you don't appear, judgment could be given behind your back. When you don't appear the first time, if you just go and put some paper and say, yes, me thing, and me go answer, and you go, yes, sir, I'm in court. When you don't appear the first time, the judge have no time with you, they go into judgment. Procedure. Mohammed didn't win $52 million against me because the judge decided, yes, what I said was worth $52 million. Mohammed win $52 million against me because my lawyer did not present anything in court. At least in a timely fashion. I basically have fucked with my pants on. Procedure. So you could do one paperwork. Yesterday they in the court of the Mohammeds. And Mohammed stand up. Forgive he evidence. Ready, everything ready. Steady for go. Nazar Mohammed stand up in the court ready for give evidence. His lawyer did not do a procedure. We were shorting of a transcript. So the evidence, the contempt matter that I have, the evidence is the video I talk about things that they're claiming that I spoke about things that I should not have spoken about. And what the Mohammed's lawyer did is identify those things. What my attorney is saying, no, you can't identify them thing alone. You gotta bring a transcript of the whole video and then highlight them thing. So I'm gonna say, you've been attacked, but then he said this. You've been attacked, but then he said, because here what now? After being given an injunction not to talk about the Mohammeds, I did talk about the Mohammeds immediately after, but in direct relation to the court document that I have, saying that I can't say this and I can't say that and I can't say that. So if you would say, Critic said this, but you didn't put, I said I can't say this. You left out the context. So with that, my lawyer was able to say, no, we got to get a transcript. The judge agreed, and then the case, what was ready? We ready. Mohammed ready for the evidence. As a result of a procedural error identified by my lawyer, agreed to by the judge, the case automatically now put up to the 17th of December. And yesterday, while we sitting in court, we ready. And I made a post, Mohammed's versus Guyanese Critic, contempt. And everybody in the comments, you gotta read the comments. Oh, God is an obsession at this time. I am in the court in a contempt case. They didn't understand. They don't know, but they just feel they got the right to fuck it back. Oh, God is upset. It's not obsession. I was stating a matter of fact of what was transpiring at the time. Now, to show you how the world is fucking retarded, the Mohammeds, when I left here laugh this. I can't make up easy. When I left here, I made a post that like Mohammed's bio GPL, because Black would come and say them I doing meeting and talking about them specifically. When I in the court, the Mohammeds watch your Facebook don't understand what the fuck it is about. Because one of the problems we had in the court when I went to the court is that there was some electronic problems working. The IT guy had to come up and fix. The Mohammed's lawyer told the judge, Your Honor, look, 23 minutes ago, the defendant posts how Mohammed's bio GPL, he don't know it's going to affect the court. How the fuck that has anything to do with you? A lawyer, totally ignorant of the facts. A post that I made before I went in court relating to something else. But he misunderstood because in the time in the court had an electric problem. He thought I referring to the electric problem that the Mohammeds borrowed the court. And he asked, the judge said, how was it? What sense it make? I reinstate the fact that I have found that the most ill-informed people are those who are present on social media. I want you to listen to this thing.
Because of our previous history, I have been since about the lawyer is a representative of that young man at the Silver, and Nigel Hughes is the prosecutor. I must say, you know, when I was in the court sitting, Mr. Nigel Hughes approached me and asked me if I had a matter here. I said, yes. A bit of my respect, High Court. She's going to face murder charges in the High Court. That's the impression I got from the court today. He still maintained a gentleman's approach. We left the court, we had a talk after, but this is not the concern that I have.
This thing stops. So here what I'm telling you. I said it here on social media that from the impression I got in the court, because the judge, the magistrate basically said it. The no-case submission made by Sanjeev Dattadin and the other lawyers on behalf of the De Silva boy is not going to stand up. And you have people still... I said it in Lifetime just after it happened. Stabrook News write a fucking article. If it's Stabrook News or whoever wrote the article and everybody's confused. Here it is.
My concern is my experience in the Diamond Magistrates Court just now. So I'm listening to the matter. By the way, the matter in relation to the young man, no case submission was made, and the magistrate gave a lengthy explanation about what's going on. There's some back and forth that I don't understand what's going on. But I get the sense that this young man is going to be committed to stand trial in front of jury of his peers in the High Court. So he's going to face murder charges in the High Court.
I said it. Now you got a story here that people misunderstand what this story says. How can you misunderstand? I heard it in court. He's going to face murder charge. No case submission. Kanisha Vogue, she said Vogue, whoever, murder case, magistrate throws out no case submission by defense. He is the defense. So when they made a no case submission, when Sanjeev and other lawyers made it say, man, no, there's not enough evidence for a case. The magistrate said it was thin because there's evidence of her with a knife and all these things. But the magistrate said, I felt he could have done better. I felt he could have dealt with it differently. Because if somebody attacking me on the road, the honest truth is, and I think the magistrate, in all fairness, looking at it and the perspective you look at it, like if somebody attacking me on the road with a knife, I ain't trying for disarmament, I ain't fucking Jet Li. I will put you to rest. But if your wife attacking you, because of the thing, I say, let me try my best. I shy fucking cheer upon here, so shy something upon here, some scum. Let me try my best before I go to worst case scenario. Yeah, says my wife. We know it's anger and this and that, but Again, I can't speak for his thoughts. And I sense what the magistrate was saying, and I feel. But now the whole case, they stir up and people misunderstand what's going on. And I said Nigel Hughes was the prosecutor. Yes. Certain cases have private prosecutors. I reiterate the fact that the most ill-informed set of people, right, are on social media, and this is my mood when I see them in action.
I'm sexy and I know it. I'm sexy and I know it.
That's when I'm in my mood. And that day especially, I could only imagine, but if I used to pop fucking Mali. If I used to pop Mali. So hear this nonsense here. That, by the way, is James Bond bar. And that night I was in Tiger Bay having some drinks. Red rum, I think was €5 them time that I drinking rum and coke I used to drink. And then I left James Bond bar. No, I left Tiger Bay, went to James Bond bar, was drinking again, and see somebody with a joint. I'm not a smoker, right? I'm not a smoker, but I see somebody with a joint. Take the BLM joint and smoke out the whole fucking joint. So I was on a different level high. You understand? I was high. So, pump station. So somehow, in the Auditor General's report, I don't know who pulled it out, but it's found government still to recover $121 million from Guyanese Critic over bungled. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This is the honest truth. I have nothing for government. I have no money for government. The Bellevue project has not been bundled. I don't know why they don't take an updated photo. That's how you know these fucking cockroaches. You understand? I'm telling you, anti-men and fucking cockroaches ain't easy. They ain't using updated photo. The pump station, they're billing like skunk moving forward. No man, I'm talking about it. Now it's stated in the story, in the article, how the Auditor General report on public accounts of Guyana for 2024 revealed that the government is still to recover things from Tupui after it rescinded the controversial. There was no rescinding of any contract. I don't know where the Auditor General get that from. And I don't know if Gordon mostly don't know what the fuck he talking about. Get the actual document or was told by somebody what the Auditor General said. But what we gonna do? This is the world we live in. Where the news fucking rang, people views rang, everything. What we gonna do? So far, A number of people have been charged. 7 charged for terrorism. 3 Guyanese. Why you don't, Bill Singh saying why you don't file? No. We are filing a lie. I don't sue people. People sue me. I ain't got the time for that. Sue them for what? What they fucking got? Huh? What you sue people for? What they ain't got? Because the talk, you imagine I being surprised that Garden Mosley talking scunt. And Garden Mosley talking scunt the whole life. Like I come and say, Travis Chase said this about me. Travis Chase is a whole fucking thief. Mudura Muhammad linked. We got video of a show. Travis Chase always there on everything and in everything. You know when the bot media, you know the bot media them. Let me see if I find the file. Then it's easy for uncover, man. Or they hard for uncover. It's easy for, what's this? They just be, a lot of times, they just get caught and people don't even know that they get caught. So Travis Chase there talking to Mohammed's sister. Not right away, there's now only running to face it, can I interview? It's plan this con plan. He works for them. He works for them. What? He got the umbrella by. So they pull up. No.
Hi, good morning.
So they done, yes, I remember Travis Chase is the media. Bye, hey, everything. What we gonna say? How we gonna do this? And you tell me what's going on. I ain't gonna live in just now and tell me what to say. We mic and phone and camera and stuff there. What the fucking microphone and camera there? Yeah? Morning, mommy.
Hi, good morning. This lady started working here the 8th of October, you know.
Okay, mommy. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you pay she ready?
The office will take care of that, mommy. There's no concern of yours. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
She asks you about money?
No.
Okay. Don't worry yourself about things that is none of your concern. The office will pay her.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
This is what? Not bad.
All right, mommy. I love you.
And bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Like, yo. What happened, man? Watch. The fucking umbrella by. Umbrella by. Like, you'd expect this story. At that time, Mohammed and his father there in the lockup. Just arrested for go to court. You like, what is going on? What the people for know? No, they planning what we gonna say, how we gonna say it, how you want me to say it. So I ain't surprised at Garden Mosley's story this morning. Me surprised was there to be surprised about. If you know people, what the fuck is surprise? Like when I lash Muhammad, you will see. All they just do. I tell you already. I tell a man, I tell somebody. I said, once you lash Muhammad, you just got tagged with Azadine Liloli and the fucking father. The father's a fucking criminal. And you're going to see pump station story go come. Because remember, they ain't got nothing else for me. They ain't got nothing else for fucking me. They ain't got nothing else that would cause people to think. Well, not think. Would cause them to gain people's attention. Like, remember, it was 800 million. Remember, election time was 800 million. Me get 800 million. Then remember, was 180 million. Now the general report is 120 million. Be careful when you're getting numbers from people like fucking Garden Mosley Travis that section of society, like they know for fucking count. The PNC and now Mohammed them gone into its gun. And Mohammed them know to count, they don't know how they play in over count now. So these people have been charged. 7 people have been charged, 3 Guyanese. I want you to see the face. I need you all to send any information to me to 740-6107. This is the Venezuelan guy who actually planted the bomb. He's 33 years of age. My God. So to my brothers in at Lusignan prison, please extend a warm welcome to Daniel Alexander. Make sure you look at his face, extend a warm welcome to him, and make sure you tell him that this is the compliments of the Guyanese Critic. And in terms when he's making his complaint, because remember, he doesn't understand English. Just a bit of a max out and welcome, and make sure that while that is happening, you tell him Guyanese Critic, Guyanese Critic. So when reporting to the authorities, the only English word he must be able to tell him is Guyanese Critic, Critic, Critic. And that will complete the circle of where that warm welcome came from. Right? Next. Guys, our people in the prisons have never disappointed. And I know they wouldn't disappoint now. Let me know what's going on. Let's send some credit for the boys through Super Bets. Yes. So, y'all know this guy? Any information, 740-6107, family members, where they live in and all them thing there. We need to do a deep dive into them, the association. Y'all know this guy? Ramesh Pramdio? Again, we need to do deep dive in them. Right? Let me go back. Let me make sure you see the face good. I want to know whether they live in, what are they doing. This one is the Venezuelan. They're all on remand. But again, I'm reaching out to my boys in the prison to make sure Daniel Alexander gets a warm welcome as soon as possible. And obviously, you know how we do it. There's need to be video recording and footage, which I will share back. No need to see anybody else in the video except for Daniel Alexander. The welcome party doesn't need to be recorded. This fella, who knows him, where he's from, who's the family? Venezuelan. He could have passed. That's why you want to know why we confuse as to who is who in this country. Somebody done say Ramesh is walk taxi from Puerto Rico. This guy could have passed as one of the Amerindian brothers. You notice you're a Brazilian. Venezuelan. This girl, what role she played? She wanted Venezuelan women that people has to be attracted to. What fucking role she played? She did cooking. Yes, sir. This bitch is ugly. Normally when we talk about Veno girl, it's like, you know, you're looking at thing for get thing. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with she. But if you're going to commit a terrorist act, you don't want girl that everybody watching it. You understand? You see, she look normal. A little donkey kind jaw. A horse face kind of thing. Bitch just fucking ugly. People offended by that? Well, if you got this kind of face and features, I don't know. You're fucking ugly? I don't know how to put it. Me with my big nose, what? Do a comparative analysis. Me with my fucking big nose. Got a little more attraction to she. You understand? And she fucking forehead like when you take her from Bartica head into Cayuni. Up the river, out the river mouth up, then going up. You understand? They must be using she as a map for figuring out how to come to Guyana. You know, like, you never see them picture? You understand? They using she in you ever see them CIA, them agent kind of thing? Everybody must be watching and she forward to figure out how to reach Georgetown. You understand? And this must be the gas station. Hey, this party. How about them ears? For she head size. She fucking father in Venezuela must name him Dumbo. Where them ears which she got. Guyanese Venezuelan. I don't know how she become Guyanese Venezuelan. But she look like them kind of girl who always doing some fucking tech-ups. Them lady with them body shape type always problematic. And from she hair, I can tell you she body shape type. You understand? I can tell you. For she hair alone. You know some scum going on down at the bottom there. You understand? They got body where you know where's the front or where's the back. You never get a problem though. You watch some guy you calculate if they're back in the road or they're planning for cross. Hey, so they're driving on the road, they got a girl and she head covered by an umbrella. Right? And when you watch, you can't figure out the back in the road and they're planning for cross. This is them kind of body shape, girl. Though. Yes. I call it back to front body. Oh God. Crystal. All right. Y'all take care of them for me. Anything y'all know, send and tell me. Let me see what's going on with garden. Now I got to call the ministry and I say, what's rescind me no? Contract rescind and I owe them, I owe the government $121 million. What the fuck? So I thought they owe me because now with the work we do, we gone past all that, we gone past everything. Now they owe me, scunt. Here. What else we got here for cover, buddy? What else we got here in the we got these people. Yeah, that thing I see the accent with the modern. So yeah, people are just ill-informed. People don't know. She's getting justice. That is justice she's getting there. What she got concern is in the matter, how it is being treated. She got approach the DPP for make sure the police in gerrymandering, not because most prosecutors police prosecutor. Yes, she got to look after from that perspective. But it's justice. That's what justice looks like in Guyana. The lady's going to be charged and has been charged. Magistrate didn't do nothing wrong. Police didn't do nothing wrong. People just get bail. The premise for people going to being remanded is if they can't find you. Tomorrow the girl they're back to work. She still got to work. Forget money. And you believe it's easy to knock down somebody and kill them? And no, it's a traumatic event. It ain't fucking easy. I know a woman knocked down a drunk man walking for shit, knock you down, kill you, get charged, get locked up for a couple of days, then get charged. The fucking lady never drive back. She never recover. She frightened like it's gone for drive. You understand? So here, I gotta go as usual and look for money. As people think this is my main source of funds. Let me run through. So somebody telling me the girl graduated from UJoggly. Your juggly. I got some issues here.
Critic, is all them motherfucker need to get welcome party, not only he.
Now the other man might have been a taxi man and some. We're going. Let me see some action going on here. Who's that? Oh, I missed this one. I must was in court yesterday when the video footage surfaced now when the guys them going to court and so. You saw the other general. Yeah, I see that thing there, man. The fucking story there. What can we expect? Vaughn, the girl name is pronounced Vaughn. Yeah, I see why the man in one Sishi, them done already telling people scon. When the PPP gonna tell people that them and Brutus cut a deal, yeah, I didn't notice and hearing nothing more about it. Scon too. I think I can go. I might just go back upstairs and make love to me fucking wife. But after all of this stress, after me, know what you all doing, but sometimes you understand? Nothing for start the day with little action in your life, you understand? But it's content easy to get it up after all this motherfucking stress. People get knocked down, people get fucking jail, people get to take a spot. Yeah, that. But it gives me pride to know that I still got a standing cock. Yeah, that compared to these fucking faggots, them that fucking running the news. Because you never see them with a woman I hear, but nothing but them and all them thing. So I think I can. It's gonna break and feel nice, man. Yeah, I'll take care. Peace out. Keep it real all the time.